Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel, guys. So what I have for you guys today is going to be quite a different video than I've been doing recently, actually. But today what we're going to be doing, we're going to be going over 10 players who have recently transferred into the Championship who I think deserve an upgrade in FIFA 18 this year. So obviously FIFA 18 now is just around the corner, and we're not too far away actually from the official ratings being released. So what I thought I'd do for this video is count down the top 10 players who have had a transfer this season in the Championship who I think deserve to be upgraded. So I did actually do a similar video to this not too long ago, but in that video we just counted down 10 Championship players who I thought deserved to get an upgrade. So I'll leave a link to that video in the description down below, but I'll be very interested to know as to who do you guys think from your club deserves a big upgrade for FIFA 18. Let me know down below, because in FIFA 17 I think EA was quite far off on quite a few of the ratings. And also let me know down below, how do your club get on midweek if they were playing in the EFL Cup? Let me know down below about that one. Of course, my team Preston, we weren't in it. We got knocked out in the first round by Accrington Stanley, but we won't talk about that today. Let's just get into some upgrades. So first of all, our first upgrade to go ahead and talk over is going to be that of Tom Lawrence, of course, recently completing his permanent transfer to Derby County. In my opinion, he has warranted quite a big upgrade going into this season. I decided to give him a +8 upgrade. I think he's warranted that. Last season, only a 65 rated player. I thought I'd make him a left winger as well, as that's more or less where he is playing nowadays. But last season, of course, managing to grab 9 goals and 9 assists for a pretty struggling Ipswich Town side, I thought that upgrade was pretty fair for Tom Lawrence, and definitely deserves quite a big dribbling upgrade as well, as I think he showed what he could do last season. So a 73 rated card for Tom Lawrence, I think that's fair. And then into our next player we do go. Coming in second on the list, that is going to be Reuben Neves. Possibly the biggest transfer, probably the biggest transfer, I think it's fair to say, this season in the Championship. Reuben Neves, in my opinion, does deserve an upgrade from his card last season. He was rated 75, so he was still a gold player on FIFA 17 last season. However, would you guys say that Reuben Neves is the best player in the Championship? Let me know down below. And if it's not Reuben Neves, who do you think is the best player in the Championship? And that probably should be reflected in his rating. So I decided to give him a +2 upgrade to a 77 rated card. Honestly, he could possibly be a bit higher than that, maybe a 78, but I decided to go with 77 and put quite a big upgrade on his passing as well. I think he's already shown so far this season, and his shooting as well from that goal he scored against Hull City. But overall, I think he'd just be a very well-rounded card, and going into FIFA 18, he'd be a good one to use. And then for our next player we do go, we then have Marley Watkins. So for Marley Watkins, I decided to go ahead and give him a +5 upgrade. Let me know down below if you do think that's fair or not. But Marley Watkins, of course, last season playing at Barnsley, had a terrific season for them, actually managing to go ahead and grab 10 goals and quite a few assists in the process as well. He's now moved on to Norwich, where I think this could be a decent match for him at Norwich. You know, he is a very versatile player, can either play on the wings or as a striker or even just behind the striker, so can play in a number of positions. I decided to make him a right mid. I think that around about a 70 rating would be quite fair for a player like Marley Watkins, and I've given him quite a few stat upgrades, but overall 70 rated, I think that's fair for him. And then into our next play we do go. Possibly the biggest upgrade I'm giving in this video here today is going to go to Alioski, of course. Now playing for Leeds United, I decided to give him a +9 upgrade from his card last season in FIFA. In my opinion, last season he was pretty criminally underrated actually. In the Swiss League, he was absolutely lighting it up last season, managing to score 16 goals in the process, and he actually got a team of the season last season as well in FIFA 17. So if that doesn't warrant a big upgrade, then I don't know what will. But he's also showed in the Championship that he can cut it as well. You know, he's already got 2 assists from his first few games in the Championship. So for that reason, I think he does warrant around about a 72 rated card. I think that would be fair for him. And then coming in at number 5, guys, that is going to be Britt Assombalonga. Now, I know Britt Assombalonga, probably a player which does split quite a few fan bases. You know, Forest fans probably not the keenest on this guy anymore, but I have still decided to give him an upgrade. Last season in FIFA, only rated 72. I do think that's a little bit too low, really. It doesn't really show what he's actually capable of. Last season in the Championship, he started 22 games, and in those 22 games, he managed to grab 14 goals. So for that reason, his strike rate in the Championship, it is pretty good. So in my opinion, I think he just about warrants a gold card. Let me know down below if you do agree with that or not. So I decided to give him a +3 upgrade and make him a 75 rated player. In my opinion, that is probably just about right. He's not had the best start to his career at Middlesbrough. Of course, he didn't have the best game against Forest, that's for sure, missing quite a few chances. But even so, I think he deserves 75. Then for our next player we do go, we have one of Nottingham Forest, probably most exciting players so far this season, in Barry McKay. Now, I decided to give him a +5 upgrade coming into this FIFA, and I mean, from what he's been able to show so far in the Nottingham Forest shirt, the future does look very bright for this guy indeed. The goal he scored on his debut against Millwall was absolutely sublime, something else, an absolute rocket into the back of the net, and I think as well, he probably deserves quite a big pace upgrade from last season as well. Thought he was a bit underrated in that aspect, but overall, I think around about a 71 rated card would be fair for Barry McKay. Whether EA are actually going to give players these ratings that, in my opinion, they deserve, I'm not sure, because they do always tend to undervalue the Championship a little bit. I'm hoping this year will be different, and I'm saying 71 for McKay. And then for our next player we do go, I mean, it wouldn't be a proper video without me including a Preston player, would it? But I'm going to include Shirley McGuire onto this list. In my opinion, he more than deserves an upgrade coming into this year's FIFA. He was absolutely lighting it up in the Irish League last season, and last season in the Irish League he managed to go ahead and bag 24 goals, which in all competitions, which is absolutely sublime, and overall I think he does deserve a pretty big upgrade. I mean, last season he was only a bronze card, so for that reason I decided to give him a +6 upgrade coming into this year's FIFA. I think that this card suits him a lot more, a 68 rated card. I think that would be fair, really, looking at what some of the other Preston players are rated. I think 68 will be fair, and he has shown so far in the Championship some glimpses of brilliance, you know. Not yet got a goal, but he has set up a goal so far, and overall his play has been very good for Preston. So in my opinion, he does deserve at least a 68 rated card this season in FIFA, and yeah, 68, I think that's fair. And then coming in next to the list, we do have Ollie Watkins, currently playing for Brentford, of course, recently transferred to them. And for Ollie Watkins, once again, I've given him a pretty big upgrade. I've gone ahead and given him a +8 upgrade coming into this year's FIFA, and deservedly so in my opinion. Last season he was playing in League 2, but even so he was absolutely sublime for that season for Exeter. Last season he managed to grab 16 goals in all competitions, and he also won the EFL Young Player of the Year award, so that can't be taken lightly, and I think he's already shown some Brentford fans what he's capable of doing in his first few games. And then coming in at number 9 on this list here today, we do have Mendes Liang. I mean, I just had to include this guy. The start he's had to the season at Cardiff City this year is just absolutely ridiculous, so there's no way I could leave him out from this list. I decided to go ahead and give him a +6 upgrade coming into FIFA 18. I mean, last season he was decent. He managed to score 10 goals for Rochdale, but this season he's already managed to bag 5 goals, which is just ridiculous. He scored 4 goals in the league, 1 in the cup, and the goals he's scoring as well, he's just looking so deadly. Such a skillful player with a really deadly finishing strike. So I decided to give him a 71 rated card. Maybe I'm overhyping him a little bit because he's been so good at the start of the season, but if he can continue his current form, he's definitely going to be one of the signs of the season for Cardiff. And then the last player coming into the list is going to be Sam Gallagher, of course, very recently actually completing his loan move to Birmingham City, and in my opinion, Sam Gallagher, he does deserve an upgrade from his card last season, so I decided to go ahead and give him a +4 upgrade to a 69 rated card. I think that would be fair for him for his rating for FIFA 18. Last season he was of course on loan at Blackburn Rovers. They went on to get relegated, of course, but even so, he still managed to go ahead and bag 12 goals for them. So Birmingham City fans, how many goals do you realistically see Sam Gallagher scoring for you this season? Let me know down below. So guys, that will now wrap it up for this video. So if you have enjoyed, make sure you do leave a like. It is always massively appreciated. As well as that, let me know in the comments down below, who from your club who has recently had a transfer do you think deserves a big upgrade for FIFA 18. Let me know down below. As well as that, what do you think for your starting 11? What do you think they deserve to be rated for this FIFA 18 coming up? Let me know in the comments down below, guys. But like I said, thank you so much for watching. So if you have enjoyed the video, make sure you do leave a like. It is always massively appreciated. As well as that, make sure you do subscribe for regular championship content and check out all the other links in the description down below. But apart from that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.